how do you get your dog to go to sleep at night? Well, here's the answer, okay? You gotta wear them out. But it doesn't mean taking your 6-month-old puppy for a 2-mile run. If that's you, quit doing that. Don't run your 6-month-old puppy. But you gotta physically and mentally wear your dog out if you want them to go the whole night without barking. So let me tell you a little bit about what I do raising my dogs. When we get a puppy, and yes, we've talked about getting one next year, maybe, right? So when we get a puppy, for those first few months, from 8 weeks to about 8 months, and it's give or take, right? If they're whining at night, I'm getting up. I'm getting up. I'm going to deal with you. I'm going to take you to the restroom and see what's going on with you, okay? So during that time period, I have a lot of grace for the dogs. I'm just going to get up for them because I believe that they deserve that. They deserve the opportunity to learn about that. But look, I still need to sleep. We see a lot of clients. I know we all have jobs. We have to perform there. So what I do is I really kind of set myself up for success. I really work my dogs, their minds and their bodies in appropriate ways the hours leading up to it. Now, if I don't want any potty accidents and you're going to go to sleep or put the dog in its crate at 9 p.m., heck, you might be done feeding at 6. You might be done giving water at about 6:30 or 7. Now, some people think that's kind of a long time, and I'll just tell you this: the consequence of your dog being thirsty overnight, I might catch some flack for this, but it's not that big a deal. The dog will wake up in the morning, it'll drink its water, and then you can begin to control and teach your dog where to potty. So teaching your dog to sleep at night, to stay asleep at night, is about wearing them out in the hours coming up to that, and stimulating their mind with games and with training, and then also, playing with them, playing tug, playing fetch, playing mental games. Those are the things that are actually going to put your puppy to sleep. Now, some people, will put food inside the crate to get the dog in there. Yeah, that's great, but it's not going to get the dog to necessarily fall asleep. Here's one thing that I do with adult dogs that is kind of a recommendation that none of us as adults should be doing this. If you eat a hamburger at 9 p.m. at night and then you're going to go to sleep at 10, that's not such a great idea, right? So I tend to feed my dogs later on in the evening, and when I do that, that actually puts them to sleep pretty quickly. It works for us. I don't really recommend that for everybody, but it's not such a bad thing to be able to go and do that. But getting your dog to sleep at night is really about that mental and physical stimulation, the hours leading up to it, and making sure that you don't give food too late to those small puppies because they're not going to be able to hold it the way that an adult dog can.